The American Red Cross was founded in 1881 in Washington, D.C. by Clara Barton. Its purpose was to give relief to the American Armed Forces and serve as a medium of communications between members of the military and their families, and providing national and international disaster relief and mitigation. That same mission is still the driving force behind today's Red Cross, around the world, our nation, and right here in Oklahoma.
It was probably about 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, we're all asleep, of course, and all of a sudden I just hear this noise, and it kind of sounds like almost like a banging type of noise. So I look, and we actually had a ceiling heater, and the ceiling heater, the actual unit had fell and it had crashed on the floor. So I get all the kids, we get in the car, I pull out of my driveway, and the roof is just literally on fire. I'm just kind of staring at my house while it's just crumbling to the ground. And I remember the fireman coming and saying, you know, we're going to call the Red Cross for you. And I thought, what's the Red Cross going to do? Because I know, you know, I know about the Red Cross, and I'm thinking that they're more or less, they do like big type of disasters. I didn't know they came, you know, help the ordinary people. But when they came out there, I mean, it was like angels. Like literally angels had came out there to help me and the kids. They went ahead and they set up a hotel room for me and the kids to stay, so they literally put a roof over our heads. So they gave us money for food. I mean, they gave us blankets, shoes, jackets. They really took care of everything. I can't even imagine what I would have done if they wouldn't have been there. What they're doing is amazing.
Through the years, there have been countless volunteers who represented this simple yet powerful premise through many disasters. Of those volunteers, some have risen to the top as individuals who embody not only the founding premise of the American Red Cross, but the 7 fundamental principles of humanity, neutrality, impartiality, independence, voluntary service, unity, and universality. And they do this on a daily basis for the betterment of our community, and not just during times of disasters. It is with great pleasure the Board of Directors honors one such volunteer this year with the American Red Cross Ruby Award for Humanitarian Services. This year, we are pleased to honor a retired chief of the Oklahoma City Fire Department, Chief Gary Mars.
Gary and I got acquainted when he was appointed as fire chief of the city of Oklahoma City by Don Bound in 1992.
I met Chief Mars through working at the American Red Cross.
The first time I met Gary Mars, it was District Chief Gary Mars.
Chief Mars one-on-one he's just the type of person, he loves to give you a hard time.
You see a whole different Gary Mars.
You're not a great golfer.
Always gives you a hard time.
He has a pretty good sense of humor.
He's a decent golfer.
He's still giving me a hard time.
He's a good golfer.
He doesn't mind pulling a few practical jokes here and there.
He loves to tease.
He's just a good handyman.
And of course, I think there's 2 major incidents or tragedies that Gary had to deal with. One was the May 3rd tornado, and of course the other was a Murrah bombing.
Every decision that was made during that time period, Chief always put our community first and what was right for our community.
And I remember he just took control of that whole incident just immediately. The bombing was at 9:02 that morning, and at about 11 o'clock he had called a meeting in the command center of all the agencies that were involved.
I can remember as paid staff thinking, oh my, can we do this? And he had that constant drive and push of, we can do this, and we'll do it the best, and we'll be the best at this.
And it was a meeting that you might think there might be a lot of chaos, you know, because it had only been a couple hours after the incident, what's going on. I mean, it was just such an organized meeting. He knew exactly what to do, who to assign, what duties, and the whole meeting was over with in about 10 minutes, and everybody went about their business.
Listening to him answer every single question of every family member, and he would stay as long as it took.
When I heard that Chief Mars was going to receive this award from the Red Cross, I thought,
Well, of course, what a natural choice.
when you look at the criteria that the Red Cross used to establish the award,
And it's Gary Mars.
He is so appropriate to be the first to receive this.
It's a good way to start a legacy of the award.
Congratulations, Chief Mars.
Congratulations, Gary,
I'm proud to be your friend,
You deserve this.
and thank you.
and God bless you.
From the Board of Directors of the American Red Cross Central Oklahoma Chapter, congratulations, Chief Gary Mars, the first recipient of the Ruby Award.